Anyway, we have training on Friday. It's going to be how to pitch, what to include in a pitch, because 2-Minute Drill is launching on Friday on Bloomberg and Amazon Prime Video. You'll get season 1, episode 1. Check it out on Friday. You'll love it. If you want to join us for season 2, it's dmeltzer.com/pitch, or you can email me, david@dmeltzer.com. You can also get my books, guides, exercises. You can get all the replays of the playbook, share it, like it, at Spotify, Entrepreneur, all featured there. There's a playlist of the playbook on Spotify, featured, and all other platforms. So join me with the playbook. And if you haven't joined my text community, please do at 949-298-2905. 949-298-2905. Love for you to join my text community. Let's pin up, where's Team Dave Meltzer? Oh, deary joined. Excellent. Just on the mic. Good morning, everyone. Here we go. Hypnosis Man has joined. He's going to watch my boy Labib. How do you stay productive throughout the day? I am a student of my calendar. That is how I stay productive during the day. I'm a student of my calendar. I study what I have planned, what I don't have planned in my sleep. It's that simple. I study with a lens of productivity, of how productive I can be with what I have planned, what I don't have planned in my sleep, and a lens of accessibility. How accessible am I to others, and how am I accessing what I want? And of course, a lens of gratitude. Seeing pain as an indicator that I have lessons to learn. So I seek those lessons, find a better place, a better situation to be in. Dave, can I get one-on-one session if I join group coaching? Go ahead, email me, david@dmeltzer.com. We'll work something out. Not a problem. I'm here to help you. david@dmeltzer.com. If you need help one-on-one, private group, combination thereof, we can figure it out how to do that. david@dmeltzer.com. Books, guides, exercises. If you didn't get your holiday gift from me, I will sign a book, send it to you, and pay for shipping. Not a problem. So go ahead, email me, david@dmeltzer.com. All right, the questions are rolling in. Really appreciate it. Thank you, everyone. What does free will mean to you? So this is the great blend of utilizing your free will, but having the patience to allow things to happen. Free will is the effort that it takes to clear the interference, the corrosion, the void, shortages, and obstacles and resistance between you and what already exists, you and what you want. It's done, it's done, it's done. So free will is the capability of blending that persistent, consistent behavior with the idea that I have patience to allow things to happen because I'm at the right place at the perfect time, angling to what I want with faith that I'm going to end up somewhere better. So that's excellent. Here we go. Does money equal happiness to you? Ta-da! Money doesn't buy happiness, but money allows you to shop. And if you shop for the right things, you'll be happy. If you shop for things that you don't need, to impress people you don't like, not going to be happy. But if you spend your money, the energy, the currency of object of energy to get what you want, to help other people, to build community centers and schools and healthcare, save animals and environment, I promise you there will be nothing that will make you more happy than the ability and the options and the empowerment that money gives you at this vibration. So money doesn't buy you happiness, but it allows you to shop. And if you shop for the right things, you will be happy. How do you stay so focused on multiple projects or tasks? I don't. I can only focus in on one thing, but I'm an expert at refocusing. I've been practicing for over 15 years how to refocus. So because thought moves faster than light, when you learn to refocus and acknowledge it as a muscle and practice that muscle, you can actually bend time. And we'll actually bend time today and show you how that works within the concepts of perception. We have the hypnosis man. He understands what I'm talking about, how we can utilize the speed of thought faster than the speed of light in order to give an appearance of a change in time. What are you most excited about this year? Besides my family, my health, 2-Minute Drill. Fridays, 2-Minute Drill. My first show that I've soloed, executive produced it. I host it. I do a little judging in it, and I have the greatest staff and cast that has surrounded me to build this amazing show on Bloomberg and Amazon. Check it out on Friday. If you want the info, just email me. If you want to try out for the show, $50,000 of cash and prizes every episode. $50,000 of cash and prizes every episode. Come join me. Come try out for the show. David at dmeltzer.com or dmeltzer.com/pitch. Reach out to me. Keep it coming. Here we go. How do you keep your ego in check when dealing with haters? Look, there's always people that aren't going to agree with you, and that's wonderful because that means you have a frequency. I do not want everyone to love me. I do not. I'd rather people hate me for who I am than love me for who I'm not. And so I usually, if someone's aggressive or hating or full of anger and frustration and projecting that onto me, I usually give them my cell phone to see what's bothering them and see how I could help them, understand them, and pray for their happiness. I give out my cell phone regularly. I'll give it out right now. And the sad thing is most people won't reach out, ask for help. But I'll go ahead and give it out if you like it. Get your pens ready. Are you ready? Here we go. Because I don't want anybody saying, hey, can you give that to me again? It's 858-688-3294. Go ahead, give me a call. Don't text me. Everybody text messages. Give me a call so we can speak. 858-688-3294. All righty, cool. Anyway, keep them coming. These questions are great. Should we be more trusting or more skeptical in general? We should all be trusting and then vet. So it's a combination thereof. I trust everyone, but I am a mofo in vetting. Labib, are you here, my friend? Are you here, Labib? Or is that you, his hypnosis man? Let's see. We got a treat today. I don't see Labib here. My independent magician. The man who opened when I used to do things in person, he would open for me and he'd stimulate all types of interest and display perception at his greatest feats. Labib will be here in 2 minutes. Okay, I guess time for more questions. That's beautiful. What's one skill that you wish you had? I wish I could get better at being a ferocious Buddha. I wish I could get better at stopping when I was in ego-based consciousness, getting faster at getting back to neutral and center. I'm in the range of minutes and moments. Man, I'd like to be in the range of moments and nothingness, to stay at neutral, to give meaning to everything I see that I want, and to understand that, the things that upset me are a waste of time, energy, and emotion, and my free will to stop would be a great skill to keep on practicing and learning and loving. What's the most interesting thing you've learned recently? The idea that thought moves faster than light and how to utilize refocusing in order to effectuate multitasking, productivity, accessibility, and gratitude. How to use thought in a more powerful, expedient way in order to be more proficient in what I do. And understanding and identifying that muscle, practicing it to refocus by simply doing two things at once and being and acknowledging what it is that allows me to do two things and to go back and forth, refocusing, because you can only focus in on one thing at a time. So if that is the case, you need to refocus, which is why I want Labib to come on here and show us how perception is slower than the speed of thought, of how he can move things faster than the speed of light. So it appears as if we go backwards, forwards, and sideways in time, but it appears as if it's magic. So make your miracles, make your magic by utilizing the refocusing muscle. And if you want to learn about that, go ahead, email me. I'm happy to coach you on that. David at dmeltzer.com. You can join my text community, 949-298-2905. If you're not following and listening and liking the playbook and sharing the playbook, it's on Spotify, featured there. It's on Entrepreneur, featured there. It's on every platform. Check it out. The playbook, you'll love it. Come join me. Learn the life, the lessons, and the love on the playbook to success and happiness. Do you believe that other intelligent life is out there in the universe? I do. To what extent, I don't know. But I just cannot fathom that there's billions of galaxies and there's not other life forms or intelligence or consciousnesses. I just can't believe there's not. So that's where we are. Any predictions for sports in 2021? Tiger will win the Masters. Tampa won't win the Super Bowl. New Orleans will. Those are two. And the Padres. Padres will go to the World Series and lose to an American League team, obviously. All right. Welcome, Bay of Plenty, everyone. Jackie, good afternoon to you. Good afternoon. I am looking for Labib. He's on a cruise ship or something. Who knows? There we go. What is something you are struggling with consistently? Empowering others. So my patience in empowering others, things are to me obvious, and I am struggling with making sure that people not only hear me, but listen to me. Who's your top pick to be the new Chargers head coach? I would love it to be Bill Belichick. I hope it's Urban Myers, but it may be Jason Garrett. That's where it seems to be leaning towards. What do you ook? You want my book? I don't know what that means, Colleen. What do you ook? Who do you look up to the most? Oh, there we go. Who? My mom, Deepak Chopra, Wayne Dyer, Napoleon Hill, people like that. Bob Proctor, Blaine Bartlett, just great mentors that I'm blessed to be around. Some alive, some are dead. How one finds their passion and mission in life. Your passion and purpose is having purposeful thoughts about what you want, so you need to take inventory of your values. It's a big common misnomer about this passion and purpose. You need to look at your what and know what your values are to determine personally what you want, experientially what you want to do and say and think and in fear today. Give the giving values and the what you want to give, provide value, and what you want to receive. What? That's what you need to know in order for the passion and purpose to come behind it and allow it. How do you overcome the fear of making cold calls? Well, alter ego effect is a great way to overcome fear. Simply change your name and you will be able to do that. So very easy way to do it. There's a book by Herman called The Alter Ego Effect. You know, I used to train people 2 things to get over cold calling. 1, I used to time them to see how quickly they could get someone off the phone, which, believe it or not, caused the people to stay on the phone and increase their ability to make those calls. And then 2, just simply use their middle name or change their name when they're calling and use the alter ego effect and watch how the ego has affected your fear. The ego has affected you when you use my name. Say, hey, this is Dave Meltzer calling. Well, I don't care. Watch what happens when you're cold calling using someone else's name or an alter ego. It's an exceptional lesson in how and why we're afraid to call people. And if you're confident in providing value, if I told you right now, hey, I need you to cold call 1,000 people and give them $1,000 and ask for $10 back, you'd be very confident and excited, etc. So feel that same feeling, that same energy about what you're selling. Remember, if you can't articulate the quantitative value to exceed more than you're asking for, you're not ready to cold call. If you cannot articulate the quantitative value of what you're asking for, you are not ready to cold call. So you need to not only quantitatively be able to explain that, but even more importantly, emotionally be able to feel that so that your energy isn't disruptive or discerning or confusing to the person that you're talking to. So those are all kind things. What was the one question you were afraid to ask in your 20s? How did you get rid of that fear? Well, I still haven't got rid of it, but it absolutely was asking for help. I thought it diminished my credibility, my capability by asking for help, and I was afraid to ask for it. If I would have spent as much time, lying to myself, that I was lying to myself, that I did not asking. All right, we've got my boy. He's on probably a different time zone. Here we go. The incredible Labib Malik coming in. Hey.
Hello.
Great
Happy
to see
New
you.
Year.
Happy New Year. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. Yourself?
I love your backdrop.
Well, thank you. Yeah.
I thought that was a picture of me at first, but long hair.
Oh, yeah. It could be you. Could be you.
All right, my friend. Well, You are my favorite magician in the world. You're the most talented perceptionist. That's what I call you, by
Perceptionist.
altering
Yeah, I like that.
perception. You're a perceptionist. You utilize the unbelievable speed of thought to outrun the speed of light, and that creates a different perception, which we call an illusion or magic. But I believe in real magic, and having you on my IG live is real magic.
That's real magic. Yes,
Tell me
definitely.
first. Tell me first what you got going on, and then give me a little bit of a taste of the magic that you do.
Sure. For now, everything is locked down in Norway, and I'm just at home, working on my magic, working on my performance, and just trying to see if we can get through this here. So in lockdown, what as like everyone everywhere else. So hopefully this year is going to be a good year. Done with 2020, and so looking just forward to this year.
Awesome. And so when you're practicing magic, how do you practice magic? Are you doing it with other people in your family, or do you videotape yourself, or how do you practice magic?
So my magic is there's less tricks in my magic. It's more magic or more real magic. And for me, the term magic isn't about the trick; is about the people I'm interacting with. So so I need to talk to people. So I'm being home, doing a lot of Zoom calls, Skype calls, and testing new psychology on people, how to read them through this new medium for me now. So for me, my practice is with people. I can't do magic just me being home alone.
Right. You're not just pulling cards out of a hat.
Yeah, there's no, yeah, exactly.
All right,
So,
man. Well, let's show people how amazing you are over the virtual medium of IG Live. You're one of my favorite people beyond my favorite magician and perceptionist. So I appreciate you all the way from Norway joining us. Thank you.
great. Okay, let's try something pretty simple. This is just to see if we are on the same frequency today. I have written a number between 10 and 99. So David, give me just a random number between 10 and 99.
11.
Sorry?
11.
11. Okay, that's interesting. That's what I've written here. And on this pad, there's no other numbers. It's just 11 here.
Wow.
That's like, yeah, that's is like you have to know yourself to be able to do magic with other people as well. So I know myself that much. I knew you will go for a number 11, and you have to just tell everyone we haven't discussed this.
Oh yeah. No. I was trying to get you on. I have not spoken to you, I think, since the last time you were on. I will swear on the truth. What you're about to do next, who knows what it is? I don't know what it is. We haven't practiced anything.
We haven't practiced anything. So here's the interesting thing. I have a couple of ideas now. Do you have another phone?
Yeah.
Close to you?
Yeah. Hold on. All right. I got my phone. Hopefully you can see it, but.
Okay, perfect. So let's try this. Before we go to your phone in a second, let's assume you have a pack of playing cards in your hand now. And yeah, if you shuffle those cards in your imagination, yeah, and while you're doing that, you take out one card or whatever card you like, you turn it face up and place it back in the pack.
Yep.
Right? And then, David, the question is, when you spread the cards out, you see the one card which is face up or face down now, and you have 51 cards face down. What is the one card you have face up?
2 of clubs.
2 of clubs?
Yeah.
Okay. Because, sorry, here's the thing. Let's do, because I didn't have my pack in the camera, so let's try one more time. So, again, you want to choose 2 of clubs, or you want to choose any other card?
I'll change the card just so people don't think we're cheating.
Yeah, perfect. That's good.
All righty.
What is the card you have in your mind now?
Jack of diamonds.
Jack of diamonds. Jack of diamonds. See, this is the funny thing. In this pack, in this whole pack, as you can see, all the cards are facing up.
Yeah.
Beside this one card. All faces up. besides one card, and that is Jack of Diamond.
No way. I switched it at the last second too.
Yeah, you did. What was the card you had in your mind?
Well, I was going to do 2 of clubs again, even though I told you I wasn't going to take this
Okay,
card.
that's interesting. Yeah, that's cool.
To see if you would switch it. But then I'm like,
Okay.
nah, I'll try something different.
So yeah, so you know, we talked about last time. I think it was in October, probably October.
Yeah.
I was on. I was doing my own playing cards, and I have received my own design playing cards, as you can see them.
Yeah, beautiful.
So what I've done now is let's see if we can do this. Just tilt camera a little bit down. So I'm going to shuffle my cards. I want you to tap one number in your mind, any number.
Any number or the suit too?
You can choose. You can choose 2.
No. I mean, like, do I do a club, a heart, or just a number?
You decide. What do you want? You want to go for a number? You want to tell me up proper playing cards, or just a number between 1 and 52?
Okay. I'll give you a number between 1 and 52.
Sure.
49.
49. 6. 10 of diamonds, I think.
Okay.
So this is 52, 51, 50, 49. Wow. 10 of diamonds. So I want to try something else now. I want you to go on Google on your phone.
Yeah.
And I want you to search.
Oh no.
For.
Oh, you're breaking up a tiny bit. What?
Just a second. You can still see me. Okay.
There we go.
I want you to search for on Google how many articles on Wikipedia.
Articles on. All right. Let's see here. Most read articles. Let's see here. Trying to find where. How many? I have how many different pages on Wikipedia and how many words. Oh no, I got it. Okay, I got it. I got approximately how many articles on Wikipedia. Okay, I got it. Hope you're breaking up. Oh, this is a bummer. Okay, I got. All right, you want how many articles? You want to know the number? Wiki counts. Wiki size. Wait. Tell me again. You're breaking up. It's what is it? Yeah, we're breaking up. It was break. Log back in. Let's try it one more time there. Sorry, we couldn't hear him. Let me take a question while we're asking. Don't want to lose people. We want to keep it moving. What do you do when superiors underestimate you at work and don't give you opportunities? Well, first of all, whether you think that's true or not, you are the one underestimating yourself. No superior, has the detailed understanding of what you can do. And so they may not recognize your capabilities, but nobody can underestimate you but you. And you need to ask for opportunities or take it within your own power to illustrate your capabilities to show people. And, you got to prove. Here we go. So many people go to blame, shame, and justification, and they're in a facade of what other people think. And And you have no control over that. They don't think anything. You think and project that onto them. You give meaning to underestimation and lack of capability or whatever may be in there. All right, here's Labib. Let's try this one more time as we're getting on. Hey, all right, my friend, we're back.
Okay.
We got time for one more. What do we
One
got?
more, perfect. Let's try this. Did you open your Google and search for how many words on Wikipedia? Yep.
Yeah,
there's a link called wikicount.net something, or wikicount.net.
Yeah,
should be the first link.
Yeah, got it. Yeah.
So on that page, you have two different kind of numbers. On the downside of page, it says approx how many words per page. What's those four numbers?
1075.
So I'm gonna add 1075 multiplied by how many articles on Wikipedia?
6,223,942.
42 equal to 6 billion words on Wikipedia. So you have 6 billion options. There's a link to Wikipedia on that page. Could you just click on that link?
Yeah.
So could you tell me what's the article of today?
Banker horse is a small, hardy, and docile feral horse.
Okay, interesting. So I want you to do on Wikipedia, not on Google, but on Wikipedia. I want you to search for something, anything on Wikipedia.
Alrighty.
Anything, whatever you like. Just don't tell me.
Okay.
You got it?
Yeah, let me just get it up. Okay.
So on that page, David, there is we have 6 billion words. You could choose anything, whatever you like. On that page, I want you to find a long word, any long word.
Any long word?
Any long word, sir.
Okay, got it.
You got it. So just turn over your phone and just leave it on your table for a second. So here's the thing. Let's try this. This is real-time mind reading. So you had 6 billion options and you search for whatever you search for, but on that page you found a long word. I want you to focus the first letter of that on that long word. Yes, perfect. So I'm going to write something. The letter I have written here, David, is could you tell, is it the D is the first letter in that long word you found in the article?
It's R.
It's R. No, sorry. What I received was the D, the first letter in this word you searched for. What was that?
R. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Sorry. D was that I searched for. Not the long word.
So yeah. I wrote D first, and you said R. Okay, interesting. Let's try this. Since you searched for D, I want you to visualize whatever you search for here.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I see a very specific color, orange. Makes sense?
Yeah, kind of. That's funny.
That's but this orange color isn't for like something to eat. It's for related to one person. Oh my God. No way. And he is about to leave the White House.
I hope so, yeah.
Donald Trump?
Yeah, that's what I searched.
Crazy.
Now, what's the word with the R?
Oh, you want me to go for that one too? Okay, let's try. I want you to just say that word in your head.
All right.
Yep. Okay, good. Okay, so I'm going to write here. For the first time, please tell to everyone the word you found in the article. You had 6 billion choices.
Yeah. Recommended.
Exactly.
And I picked it because it wasn't just recommend, it was recommended. Oh my God, that's amazing. There's no way. That's amazing. See, Faster than the speed of light. Labib Malik, you got to check him out. I can't wait for COVID to end so you and I can get back together. My stages are getting bigger. Your stages are getting bigger. We are going to kill it on stage together, my friend. We're going to show people
We are
how the
definitely.
power of thought is much more than the power of action. You're amazing. I'm mind blown. I will reiterate to anyone, there's no way we could have rehearsed that. Because you drop, forget it. Anyway, that's amazing. Thank you, my brother. Please
Thank
keep in
you.
touch with me. I love you.
Love you too. Take care. Bye.
Take care. Oh, the awesome Labib Malik. That was incredible. You gotta admit. Come on, man. There's no way recommended, right? Not just recommend. And Donald Trump, like maybe he was playing with the D and then said orange, and yeah, there's only one orange human, I guess, but crazy. Oh, I love that. You control, you give meaning to everything you see. Let me bring on a quick friend from Primarily Pure, my friend Bethany. There we go. Thank you for your patience. And founder of the Edwards Holistic Consulting and host of Clocked In Podcast. There she is. Hi.
David.
Thank you for your patience, but I had to give my boy a chance to blow my mind. Is that cool, right?
That was nuts.
Yeah, I was kind of like the Donald Trump. Yeah, like the Donald Trump thing. I was like, okay, he might have been able to figure that one out.
Yeah.
Like, but still didn't know the D. But to get the word recommended blew my mind. Like how?
Oh, crazy.
Yeah. Anyway, you and I share so many similar beliefs as well, and how holistic living and understanding how we are these unbelievable spiritual beings living a human experience is the best way I can describe kind of what you're doing and how you're helping people. So I thought maybe just to give a brief background on your approach to this holistic consulting, and tell me a little bit about the podcast.
Yeah, so Primarily Pure is a natural, non-toxic skincare company. We are really focused on just inspiring and educating people to look at skincare in a holistic way, and not just in a clinical, like, treat the skin sort of way. The skin is a part of the body. It's a whole body thing when we think about skincare. At least that's how we see it. So we are really trying to kind of change the conversation and get people to start thinking about skincare in terms of overall health and well-being, and not just, slapping chemicals on your face to get better skin.
Well, the cellular structure of the skin itself is replaced, right? It's one of truly the most apparent ways that we can see our body changes, and that we can put ideas and thought and energy into ourselves, our bodies. And it's amazing how many people damage their outer layer, their conductive layer, to their own being. And so when I kind of find Primarily Pure, I said, wow, somebody actually gets what I believe to be true in this connectivity of everything, and taking a holistic approach of our outer protective wear and our conductive layers is what I would call them, right? They're conducting the connectivity between things that we don't even see. And energetically, they can prove this. Mathematically, they can prove this. What motivated you to kind of change the way people look at skincare, and understanding how this all works as a whole?
Yeah, in high school, junior high, I had a little bit of acne. Looking back, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was at the time. But, as a teenager, you're super self-conscious about changes and, everything going on.
I got 3 teenage girls. I keep telling them the same thing.
Okay, you get it. I have 2 little girls. I'll have to get tips from you.
Oh,
They're
God.
not teenagers yet, but
hopefully you won't lose your hair like I did.
Oh man. So yeah, I think that I caused more damage to my skin by treating it than I did if I would have just left it alone. And looking back now, of course, I wish I had the information that I know now about, some of the lifestyle habits to implement, some of the foods that I could have been eating and not eating. And I didn't really find, I wasn't able to bring balance back to my skin until I would say college, a little bit after college, when I started eating real food. I stopped eating junk, stopped eating processed foods and foods that have chemicals and nasty stuff like that. and saw a huge difference in the health of my skin. So that inspired me to look at other areas of my life. Once I found out that all the foods that I thought were okay my whole life really weren't, I was like, okay, what other things have I been doing that I thought were good for me that actually aren't good for me? And so the next place I looked was the skincare products I was using. And I looked at my deodorant, I looked at my face wash, all of these things, and I realized that I couldn't pronounce most of the ingredients on the bottles. And I started just playing around with really, really natural, simple ingredients like coconut oil, jojoba oil, things like that. I started making swaps in my own life and just got really excited and really geeked out over these natural ingredients. And I started kind of blending my own formulas, sharing them with friends and family, making tweaks based on their feedback. And that went on for almost 2 years before I actually launched Primally Pure. And I launched the company on my family farm's website, Primal Pastures, just thinking like, okay, I'll launch these products on the farm's website. They're probably not really gonna sell, and I'll just this will be like my little hobby, small business thing that I'll do for the rest of my life, like making products in my kitchen, which is how I started. And then I was really pleasantly surprised to see that the products took off, and that got me super fired up, super motivated to just kind of put everything into it and give it my all.
Yeah, well, you've done extraordinarily well. And I love the fact that you've allowed your business and focused in on just providing the best products that you could and allowing patiently the market to build itself in the community, which has grown exponentially as your products are available in so many different places. One of the interesting things I love talking about is the sun. When we talk about skincare, I was blessed to be at the White House and meet with the Surgeon General and asked, what's your primary concern for Americans? And, the three things that he was primarily concerned with was, number one, obesity, two, smoking or tobacco and nicotine. And then the third was the sun. And it's a duality because I believe the sun is a great source for this holistic being that we are, that we need the sun. Yeah. Not just in the respect that the universe here, but I'm talking our bodies need the sun, but it also is probably the most damaging thing to our skin. Worse than the foods you eat, probably worse than what you put onto it. It actually can kill you. And, the number of skin cancer and skin diseases are exponentially growing. What types of things can we do with your products to protect our skin from the sun, but still get the vitamin D and other things that we need, the energy from it?
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right on both accounts. Like the sun can be extremely damaging, but it's also so important to our health and vitality and, vitamin D levels, which have been shown to protect against viruses and, all sorts of things. It's so important. So this is a bit different of an approach, but I'm not one of those people that would say, put sunscreen on every time you're outside. If you're outside for 10 minutes going for a walk, slather sunscreen all over your face. I actually think that we need to find a way to be more in tune with our bodies and our interaction with the sun. For example, I think sometimes people just rely on sunblock too much, and then they're not thinking about the natural internal cues that their body gives them to say like, hey, you've had too much sunlight, get out of the sun. Or, dehydration can happen as well when you're out in the sun for too long. But if you have sunscreen on and you're continuing to reapply, you may not notice like the signs of that enough. So I'm actually a big fan of wearing protective clothing, wearing hats. Most people who know me, I'm like always wearing hats, especially if I'm outside. So I love like wide brimmed hats for sun protection. I think sunscreen is great as well. I'm not trying to say don't wear sunscreen. I just don't think that we should completely like rely on sunscreen or overdo it so much so that we're not actually like absorbing any sunlight, because it is so important. But there's so many things to consider. I think like your skin tone, how easily you tan or burn. There's recommendations online that you can find for kind of what your skin type is and how long you should be in the sun based on your skin type. But I think what I would just encourage people to do the most is just listen to your body, like pay attention to the cues, pay attention. You can kind of feel it in your skin when you've when you're pushing it in the sun, and pay attention to that. Don't just ignore it or put sunscreen on and feel like you don't have to pay attention to it, because you still do, even if you're wearing sunscreen.
That's awesome. And then finally, I want to just quickly talk about the Clocked In podcast. And it's very similar to the playbook that I do, the podcast, to inspire people, to teach them the life, the love, and the lessons, and seek the things that we want. What has been your favorite lesson that you've learned from launching the podcast, and with all the different content that you have? I have found, with over 600 episodes, that it's like Napoleon Hill to me. It's been the greatest source of education beyond law school, business school, undergrad, high school, anything I've ever done. I learned so much. What have you learned from doing the Clocked In podcast?
You know what? I think there might have been a misunderstanding with the podcast, because we don't actually have one. I've thought about starting one.
You know what? That is so funny, because there wasn't a mistake. It was just me reading the wrong part of my notes. That's so funny. Look, she doesn't have a podcast. All she does is organic skincare, and my notes were wrong. That's so good. I apologize. I apologize to Jordan as well, but the beep went over, and so my eyes went down my notes.
No worries. We've been doing more Instagram lives lately, though. And
let's do a podcast.
It's been a lot of fun.
What are you talking about? You've been such a great guest. You should do your own podcast on holistic health and how the skin relates to that.
Yeah, I think we will. It's something we've thought about quite a bit. So,
wow, You're living proof of how healthy your products are. I love the fact that you're re-engineering people's vision from, so many things that are used to be medicinal, have now become disease. And skincare is one of those. Your nutrition, as you say, it just disturbs me so much how food used to be medicinal for us, and now it creates disease. And your high school experience, for example, is the classic one. It's probably more the common route that, kids eating out of bags and boxes. It's really not going to help them in the long run. And we can use food and sun and our skin as a source of health and vibrant living and holistic love, light and lessons. So I'm so excited about what Primarily Pure does, and I will turn my 3 wonderful daughters and wife. I will tell you this about the white brim hats. I'm going to let my wife watch this, because she keeps telling me she feels like an old lady wearing her wide brim hats. I'm like, nope, I just meant.
No, they're great. Keep doing it.
Woman, keep doing it. She wears the same hat.
Keep going.
You're in style.
I'd love to send your wife and daughter some products to try, and you too.
Oh, that'd be
awesome.
Products
work for men as well.
You're awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you for your patience with my bad note taking.
No problem.
But you're an amazing guest. Wait, where can people find? It's at Primarily Pure, but where else can people find the products, buy the products, etc.?
Yeah, you can head over to our website, primarily.pure.com. Our blog is packed full of amazing information, skincare tips, wellness tips, things like that. Our newsletter is also an amazing way to connect with us. We send those out regularly, and they have the best information, and whenever we're having promos, we send emails out as well. So check us out.
Thank you for making your dream a reality and doing such a great job in educating us. Have a great day. Thank you.
Thanks, David.
Awesome. Bethany, unbelievable. Very patient with my great note-taking. Hussy, my lady, how are you? Laura, my dear. Jake, thank you. Primarily.pure.com, posted right there. Jordan, I'm going to grab you real quick there, since he's Jordan Edwards with the Clocked In podcast. And I got my notes all switched up with poor Bethany. But Jordan, how are you?
Good. What's going on, Dave? How are you doing?
I'm trying to be humble with making mistakes every day. And I just basically gave your background to Bethany when I started. So you got double the promotion. But I had time for a quick question from you. I know we ran a little bit behind, and we'll have you back, but I was hoping I could help you.
Yeah, absolutely. So, of course, I've had you on the podcast. Podcast has been a lot of fun to grow, and I'm growing my podcast. I'm growing the coaching business. What do you think the best way to figure out what the value point is, like where the price to put at the coaching? Because if I'm doing if I'm providing this value, helping people, changing lives, some people throw high numbers, some go low. What do you think?
For me, it's based off of that value. So whether for me, it's the free training, the free courses, the free books, that's the value that I know I can overcome when I give something for free. It's like I'm going to exceed. I use a 520 rule, or 120 rule. $20 of I'm going to ask for 20 for every 100 of value. So if through your coaching you can quantitatively articulate the value to exceed what you're asking for, that's where you would start. So I always have two values in mind. One is the value that I can guarantee. I only work month to month. I don't lock people into anything. So if I tell you it's $5,000 a month, I'm guaranteeing you that you're going to make $25,000 a month, right? That's the value I want to bring, or at least more than 5,000. But it's up to you month to month. If I charge $100, then I'm going to have $500 of value a month. Now, that's my own system. But I also have a low point. So if somebody, really needs something and whatever, I always have a low value. So if I say to you, hey, I'll coach you on your podcast and it's 5,000 a month, and you say, Dave, I know that's valuable, but I'm not in a position where I'm going to make 25 grand. So it's not going to be, I can't even make the 5 grand back. I might have a low point and say, you know what, I'll work with you for $1,500, but that's my low point. If not, go into a private group for, $50 a month or something, and we'll work our way up to it. So all determinative upon, number one, the value that you can guarantee, and then the low point of what you're willing to take for your time, and make sure you know and you stick to those numbers every single time, and you'll exceed everyone's expectations. You'll grow at the certain pace that you want to grow at. It's the best way to do it. Does that sound fair?
Yeah, awesome. I really appreciate it.
You got it, my friend. I look forward to seeing you soon, and thank you for having me on your podcast. I'm glad I got some duplicative podcast promotion in there with the Clocked In podcast. Where can people find you? I know it's at Jordan F. Edwards. Where else can people find the podcast and other things?
Yeah, so the podcast is on Apple Music, Apple Podcasts. It's on Spotify. I've had the founder of Reebok on. I've had a founder of The Onion, a lot of cool people on there. And it's very similar to the playbook, and we're doing a lot of cool things with it. You can also,
you've got Dave Meltzer. You've had David Meltzer on too.
Of course, David Meltzer. Appreciate the time.
Thank you very much. We'll have you back on, my friend. Thank you for your patience.
Absolutely. Have a good one.
Peace. Right on. Lessons in radical humility today. I want to again let Bethany know I primarily pure. I got it. Gosh, what a great person and patient. Jordan has a great podcast, and Labib, that whole Norway perception lesson was unbelievable. Let's take one more question. And remember, Friday's training, david@dmeltzer.com, coordinated pitch competition. Pitch lessons, how to pitch, what to put in your pitch, all complimentary to the launch of 2-Minute Drill on Bloomberg and on Amazon. david@dmeltzer.com. You can join my text community, 949-298-2905. Thank you, everyone, for joining. What's the biggest thing you've ever tried to manifest? Empowering over 1 billion people to be happy, and I'm going to manifest it. Empowering over 1 billion people to be happy, changing the collective consciousness of the earth so that there's more than enough of everything for everyone, ridding us of disease and attacks and judgments and conditions. That's it. That's my big, audacious goal. Over 1 billion people, and I want you to join me. Email me if you want my books, my guides, my exercise. All the replays of the playbook are on over 600 episodes with the greatest celebrities, athletes, entertainers, billionaires, millionaires. Over 600 episodes featured the playbook on Spotify, Entrepreneur, and every platform. You cannot miss it. There's a playlist of the playbook. Like it and share it with everyone. 2-Minute Drill launches this Friday. First episode, season 1, episode 1. Don't miss it. Friday on Bloomberg, Friday on Amazon Prime Video. You're going to love it. If you have any questions, you want to try out for season 2, $50,000 of cash and prizes. david@dmeltzer.com, 949-298-2905. Remember, everyone, I'll be back tomorrow at 8 a.m. Be kind to your future self and do good deeds.